It was quite interesting. We would like to share our joys with other Europeans. That's why we sang. Hope you happy Chinese New Year. There was, and she said Chinese to us. It's quite magical. And we had our flowers, our roses. So, students for Europe, Brussels. And it's quite funny actually. This is a European Students Union, European Students Association, but they have chosen me to be, a Chinese girl to be their president. Every year we send many invitations to gather 70, more than 70 students from all over the world here in Brussels to do simulation of European Parliament, and that's our major activities. Nowadays, Europe is the first trade partner of China, but at the same time, just at a political level, there are always some misconception, maybe not misconception, but there are always some misconceptions. There's always some, some problem in terms of understanding and some conflicts. For example, the human rights issues, Taiwan, Tibet, all these kind of things. It is, for me, it's not normal to have, at one hand, economic links so strong, and that at the other hand, at a political level, so many conflicts, so many up and downs. Institute of European Studies here, so Saint Louis. Voilà. This is the last class we have for this semester. We will have a class exactly on European-China relations.
Comme les exportations chinoises vont beaucoup plus vite que leurs importations, on continue à avoir un déficit commercial. Alors on entend aujourd'hui, depuis les années, on va dire 2003-2004, à peu près les mêmes propos en Europe qu'on entendait vis-à-vis des Japonais dans les années 80. C'est quand même, si les gens connaissent les deux, voient le parallélisme assez frappant, avec les mêmes accusations d'intervention de l'État, avec les mêmes accusations de sous-évaluation de leur monnaie, qui sont en partie réelles, mais qui traduisent aussi un peu le désarroi des Européens face à toute une série de secteurs où ils perdent leurs avantages comparatifs. Et l'Europe a fait preuve de beaucoup de protectionnisme. La Chine n'a pas ce qu'on appelle le statut d'économie de marché. Et à partir du moment, quand vous n'avez pas le statut d'économie de marché dans l'OMC, vous avez un problème, c'est qu'on considère que vos coûts de production nationaux ne sont pas représentatifs. La Chine voudrait avoir le statut d'économie de marché, elle a fait plusieurs rapports pour prouver qu'elle était une économie de marché. L'Europe a dit pas question tant que vous ne réformez pas votre système bancaire, ce qui est une manière aussi d'ouvrir le système bancaire à la concurrence européenne, puisque si les firmes bancaires chinoises ne sont plus subventionnées par l'État, elles seront probablement éliminées par les banques européennes, japonaises et américaines qui s'installeront.
In many aspects, Europeans are as ignorant on China-EU relations, and even more ignorant than Chinese themselves. The problem for the Chinese is that sometimes they have a very nationalist vision which prevent them from simply looking at their own mistakes or looking at the possibility that it's not about nation that you have to understand the world, but it's sometimes about other conflicts of interest between different social groups. And I would say that a lot of media are hostile to China. Many Chinese turns more nationalist, and therefore understanding is not easy. And if you look at the media, well then suddenly if you just look at the Chinese media and European media, that's not going to create understanding. So what will create more understanding is certainly if the European students or European youth, young people are able to travel in China, meet Chinese people and talk with them, and if Chinese people can come to Europe and also look at a different lifestyle.
A very interesting experience I had in Brussels. This is two sculpture. This is a king and this is a queen. Once I I did a walk with a friend, with a Belgian friend, and we passed here. So just at the foot of this sculpture, there were some rubbish bins. They're quaint, but you could find some rubbish bins just at the foot of the sculpture. It's very interesting for me. I think the Chinese students here, their opinions are divided into two extreme, not extreme, just into two sides, like always. Well, there are some Chinese students they find, well, here is a big countryside. Maybe China today we have totally evolved. But the other Chinese, they think that, well, yes, they take here as a paradise and they enjoy, how could I say, they find it still much more developed than China. I'm shy. Remember, Chinese girls, they are in general very shy. Like me, I'm a very shy person. I used to be. And once I'm in Europe, I lost this very precious aspect of the Chinese girl's character, and I became very talkative, just like you have seen.